Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. Happy to have you. And we're back with another reading vlog, which probably means that you're just going to see me walking around my neighborhood a lot, going to free libraries, because I realized this week that I do that every single day I'm not working. And it's not that that's a bad thing. It's just like I clearly love a routine. Anyway, to get down to the brass tacks, these are the books I'm going to be reading in this reading vlog. Didn't finish all of them, don't get too excited, but the books are going to be The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh, The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill, The Devil and the White City by Eric Larson, and Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. This is just a little teaser to tell you what we're going to get into. So let's get to walking, because I'm assuming that's probably going to be the first thing I'm doing. Yes, we are still listening to The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. We're like 60% in, we're absolutely living, and I have the physical book, so I thought maybe I would just like whenever I wanted to read a physical book, just pick that one up and kind of go back and forth. But I have really been wanting to pick up The Girl Who Drank the Moon ever since I put my hands on this cover because it feels amazing. Like, do you guys own this book? Because it just feels perfect. Like, and it's so beautiful. Like, do you see this cover? It's stunning. I love it. And it just seems like it's going to be such like a good, like, cozy, witchy, like, sweet book, and I'm obsessed. I heard a lot of other people say this book is really good, so I'm very excited to read this, and I am about to go on a walk because I need to go to CVS before it is, like, pitch dark outside because it is not looking cute. But I need to go there because I need a new transmitter for my Dexcom because it only has, like, 10 days left or something. I don't know, but I need a new one. And I don't want to wait and mess it up and then not be able to get it. So, you know, we don't live a risky lifestyle. We'll say that. What? So I made a list of things I needed to get done today and then forgot about it. So it's 8:20 p.m. Let's see what all I got done and if I have the motivation to do anything else. That was pretty presumptuous of me that I was going to get all this done, but I'll show you what I did. That's it. I think I can probably still knock off like 2 of these. We'll see. So I did end up finishing The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh last night while I was cleaning my bathroom, and I listened to the entire thing on audio. I never ended up picking up the physical book, which was a giant mistake. I should have done that because I listened to the audio way too quickly. I breezed through it just way too fast, and I didn't catch everything that I really wanted to, and I didn't immerse myself in the experience as much as I should have, because this was such an immersive experience. Like, it was so, so good. I would say that if you were a fan of the first 3 seasons of True Blood, this is for you. Like, this had every single vibe of the first 3 seasons of True Blood. Like, the rest of the seasons are trash. Don't fight me. Actually, do fight me. They're trash. But this literally had so many shout outs to True Blood. Like, so many of the vampiric things that they did in True Blood are also notes that she put into this book. Like the makers and like people just believing things that they say, kind of like a glamoring or whatever, but it was so atmospheric. I so loved it. And Odette is my absolute queen. I love her. Gay icon, literally obsessed. This is not a spoiler, but when she's at the ball and she spins and her dress splits and there's pants under it and she's wearing like a man's brooch, I was like dead. Like, that is literally one of the tabs I put in here. I think like 3 of these tabs, and there's only like 5 are for Odette, because she's great. Also, Celine was really good. Like, Celine, anytime you have a mortal or like a human character that's in amongst a bunch of like magical, supernatural, or whatever creatures, usually they're super annoying, but I found Celine to be very strong, very badass, very headstrong, but not stupid. Like, she was not dumb, and I appreciated that so much. Renee Ahdieh really crushed it with her. I think I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. One, because it would have been a 4.5 if I'd physically read it, but I'm gonna drop it down like another half a point after that, because I did not care really at all about like the love story that Celine had in this. And it technically it's not insta love, but it's insta love. It's like a couple days, it's like a week, and she's in love with this person that I'm like, but why? Like, I don't know. I probably missed it. I probably was reading it too fast, but I just did not really care about that. It didn't really matter to me. And I also felt like how this book ended was it was too easy. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but basically, like, there's something that happens in the end, and the main character is like fighting for it not to happen, and I feel like she gets her way too easily. I don't know. It was good. 4 out of 5, definitely recommend. I am 100 pages in on the dot of The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and I'm already tabbing. I had no intentions of tabbing this book, but oh my God, it needs it. I am so in love. I am so immersed. I freaking am obsessed. It is so good. I feel like when I read the first Harry Potter book for the first time, like, it's just so magical. It's so good. It's so sweet. It's just deep. It's so amazing. And I did end up just using blue tabs for this, just aesthetically, like how I only used red for The Beautiful. And oh, I love it. Okay, so since I'm 100 pages in, let me tell you what it's about. So what it is that there's this town, and every year on the same day, they sacrifice a baby to the witch in the woods. They just leave a baby in the woods, and they say the baby, like, is eaten by her or what. They don't really know. And that is her gift so that she won't kill everybody in the town. Now, every year the baby does go missing. They think that, like, wolves are eating it or something, but really there is a witch in the woods, and she is taking the baby and being like, another one? Why are they doing this? And then she takes the baby to a different city that is all really good people, and like gets it adopted to a family. And then she goes there every year and like visits the children and sees how they're doing and everything. And every year she feeds them starlight to make sure that they're healthy and happy and are gonna have very lucky lives. Now, what happens is that this baby, Luna, is taken into the woods one year, and when Zan, who is the witch, finds her, she accidentally feeds her moonlight instead of starlight, and moonlight is insanely powerful. And I mean, it's just kind of perfect because her name's Luna anyway, but the baby is super, super powerful, and she's like, I cannot have anybody adopt this baby. They're not gonna know how to take care of her, and it's gonna go awry. So she adopts her and is taking care of her, and it is so freaking heartwarming. I can't even tell you. There's a tiny dragon the size of a dove that's in this book. And then there's like a giant bog monster. He's like a swamp monster, but he's so sweet. He's so sweet. And Zan is so sweet and so precious. I'm literally obsessed. Like, remember when I said that I'm not really interested in middle grade? Freaking Kelly Barnhill just stole my entire soul. I am so obsessed with this. I really hope that the rest of it, like I'm 100 pages in and I think it's like 380 pages or something. Yes, it's 390. I hope the rest of it is just as strong as the beginning, because this is going to be a 5-star read for me. I'm predicting this is going to be a 5-star read. I made a cute little, it looks like soda water, but it's vodka.
It is.
Grace said, I need a shot. We've got nerves.
Shake it out. Shake it out.
Taylor Swift.
We got this.
And then we're going to make a cocktail with, we really honestly don't know yet, but we're making a cocktail. Let's see what time of day it is. Psych. You know, because we need a little liquid, how does that say, liquidation?
Liquid courage, right?
Yes.
Courage.
Grace and I were filming basically all day because it's 11:30 p.m. now, and we had to keep stopping filming because we were like going to Costco, going and picking up her daughter, going to her apartment, going back to my apartment, like doing all this different stuff. And then there was like part of the footage that we accidentally zoomed out halfway through, so we had to do it all again. And then halfway through during doing that footage, we were like, we should have been doing this other idea the whole time. So then we did a totally separate video. It was just, you know, it was a really good day. It was very fun. But I do want to see what all I got done on my to-do list, since I did not get done any reading so far today. So you can hear that the laundry's going, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that one off. And then I did not put them away, but I did do the white linens. Took a shower. Went to Costco, haven't put it all away yet. I didn't put the car mat away. Yes. Filmed a video. No, haven't done it yet. Okay. I think I can still get a couple of these done before I go to sleep. Oh my gosh, we have a little Dunkin date before work because we are so smart and showed up 40 minutes early to work.
We can't read our schedules.
No.
It's so good.
Yee, I'm glad. Okay, so Grace just got some good news. So I went and we got some hazelnut ice latte. Ooh, and then I know she loves a croissant. So I think this one is mine. The thick one should be yours because it's a croissant.
Ooh.
Let's see what they look like.
The unboxing.
Yeah, I was like, I've never gotten one of these either, so.
Ooh, wow.
Eee. This is kind of similar to the one I usually get, but it has like turkey sausage or something.
Fun. Thank you.
As she positioned the baby to take her bottle. I just want to make sure that the two of you don't hurt one another. I never would, Miriam gasped. Then he sniffed. I think I'm allergic to...
Not only did I forget to tell you that I began reading The Broken Girls, forget to do any sort of reviewing during the process or vlogging during the process, but I also finished it 2 days ago and forgot to tell you. Okay, it's by Simone St. James. It's about like a girls' school for like misfits or like unwanted girls. Don't remember what the school's called. There's a ghost. There's a girl found in a well. There's tie-ins to the Holocaust. There's a lot of female loyalty, female friendships. Characters were very good. Characters, really cared about them. They were not all cupcakes, which I really like that. Very interesting. Liked the kind of like spooky ghost element. Book was creepy. It was emotional. It was intriguing. But it did not clearly stick with me enough to be like a 4.5 or a 5-star book. I gave it a 4, even though like for me personally, it was probably more of a 3.5 because of how fast I've let it go from my mind. But the book is very good. Like I would definitely suggest people read it. It just, maybe just, I wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know. I gave it a 4 because I do think the book is really good, but it's already flitting away. Like it's just, this is it from my memory. So that's over. Let's get back to a different book. Speaking of bigger and better, this is the naked version and I already have 2 stains on it, but The Girl Who Drank the Moon is freaking immaculate. Oh my God. If this doesn't end up being 5 stars, like I'm on page 252 out of like 360. If this doesn't end up being 5 stars, I'm gonna be shook. I'm also like, this is absolutely gonna be one of my favorite books of all time. I'm so in love with this. I don't know what to say. So I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna take you with me while I walk around and read this. I really wanna finish it today, but I don't read very fast. So like, I wanna at least get like another, like, oh God, I wanna get like 50 more pages in. We'll see. I love this book. Listen to this. I think I need to visit with my former sisters. The cat's away, and the mice shall play, and there is much that a mouse can do after all. That is hysterical. I was like, maybe I'll read 50 pages. Okay, so I was on page 286 and now I'm on like 346, but I was wrong. The book is actually 386 pages. So I have 40 more pages to go and I am finishing this book tonight. Oh my God, I went on almost a 5-mile walk because I just could not stop reading this book. And I was like, I need to go home. Part of me wanted to keep walking so that I would keep reading it, but I'm like, I feel like this is a book that's gonna make me cry. Or at least feel lots of emotions, you know, it already is, but the ending, you know, I just don't want to be out in these streets feeling lots of feelings. So I decided to come home and I'm gonna probably just finish it right now. What? Okay. Apologize. The very idea. Oh my god, that's funny. Wow, people really be hard-headed like that. People, he really gonna, he really gonna act like that. Okay. Bye then. I loved it so much. I finished it and I freaking loved it. 5 out of 5. I think I'm gonna put this as a favorite of all time. This just, it touched my heart so much. It was just like the shining beam of light that just hit me right in the freaking heart. I loved it. Like, I do not read middle grade ever, and I do not read children's books. I just could not care less about that. That just never strikes me. I never find anything about it intriguing, but this changed the whole game. Like, this is the standard now. Nothing is going to beat this. I mean, try. Please try, because this magical world was everything. Okay, here's the thing. A couple things. Let's just talk about a couple things I love. I'm going to be non-spoilery as possible. But I felt like, yes, this was a kid's book, but there was so many lessons in this and so many little things that I feel like a kid would not really understand, or like would not understand like the gravity of what was being said, or like the fact that it was being said to a kid. I think that like one of the big things, the grief in this book and the loss and the fact that like, okay, so Luna's grandmother is very old, and it is, you know, it's not a spoiler, but like throughout the book it's like, you know, she's older and older and older as the book goes on, as Luna's growing up, and she is watching her grandmother die like right before her eyes. And the just the knowledge of that, and like a kid learning about death so young, was just like, God, it just broke my heart. And then also the way that like the grandmother would lie to Luna to help her, or like be like, I don't want her to be sad, so I'm going to lie to like make this easier, or I don't know how to explain it to a kid, so I'm just gonna lie and say it's this when it's really that, was so intense. Like, just God, the storyline was so deep. And I love that Luna was looking at her grandmother like, you're holding the truth from me and you're making it worse. But then you look at the grandmother's point of view and you're like, what is she supposed to tell her? Like, what is, I don't know. It was just so beautiful. And something in this book that I also like, I mean, I guess it's the same thing, you know, it's lying, but the way that you would look at like adults' point of views and then the kids' point of view, like Furion and Luna, was so in depth. Like, I felt like I really, really enjoyed that. Something that Kelly Barnhill did in this book was really highlight how adults are anything but perfect. And there are bad people in this world, and that this girl was not looking at people like that they were all amazing, or that she should look at all adults like they were superiority or authority figures. She was looking at adults and being like, are you a good person? No? Then bye. And there were a lot of adults in this book that were bad people, and they were not like, oh, well, I had a tragic backstory. It's like, no, they just suck. Like, they're just like greedy and power hungry, and that's just how the world is. And I thought that was so amazing. And something that I thought was so like intricate in this book is that there's a lot of chapters. I think like literally the very first chapter in which a story is told, there's sprinkled throughout a bunch of chapters where you don't get a character's name and you don't get like quotations on when somebody is speaking necessarily. It's all in italics, and it's a mother talking to a child. And what you realize through the book is that it's all different mothers talking to different kids, and all the kids are the characters throughout the book. Like, it'll be different characters' moms, and when they were younger, the things that their mom said to them, and the stories that they told, and the lies that they spun to either get their kids to shut up, or get them to believe in something, to get them to pay attention, to follow the rules, all these different things. And it was just so insane. Like, the different ways that moms, like, or parents, you know, spin these tales for children, and some of them are good, like Santa Claus and stuff like that, and then some of them are bad. Like, yeah, there's a witch in the woods and she's gonna come get you if you're not good. Like, stuff like that. But like, this is the things that parents tell their kids. It's just so insane. Like, I just love this book so much. I think that the characters were so well done. I think they were so lovable. All of the relationships were so lovable. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I just think that, like, I really loved how there was a lot of things throughout the book where you wouldn't really know the full story, and then as the characters would like grow up, and then they would like remember things about their past, or other people would tell them things, and they would realize that maybe this character they're talking to is a character from what they remembered from their childhood, or things like that, or like where they thought they were a good person and they were a bad person. Like, I really loved like the relationship between like Elder Gerland and Anton, because Anton was like looking at Gerland like, he's my family and like I love him, and Gerland was looking at Anton like, I love him, but then Gerland was so power hungry and he was so like, he could not apologize, he could not admit he was wrong, and Anton was such a good person, and it's like they still love each other but they know that they shouldn't, or like they don't want to love each other. It was so good. Like, I don't understand why BookTube doesn't talk about this book more, because I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I do think I'm going to do a separate reading vlog for Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. That was a plan of mine for a couple months now, so we'll see if I stick to it. I mean, I guess you'll know, but that's the plan. And I want to thank you so much for watching. I am going to have my Instagram and my Goodreads link down below. I would really love it if you follow me on there. I would love it even more if you subscribe to this channel. If you would like this video, comment on it with anything you want to see me read, or anything you want to see me do books about or vlogs about, or anything, especially if it's a challenge. A girl loves a challenge. And I need to set this down because you know we need both hands for this outro. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.